Today we get to ride the 2019 Yamaha X2. They used to just make the X4, the 4-seater. Usually it's the other way around. Usually the company makes the 2-seater and then they go the 4. Yamaha did it different. We have an X2 here, 2-seater. You get the dumping bed, 600-pound capacity, 2,000 pounds pulling. The best part is the hydraulic dumping bed. How cool is that? So you're not just doing a sport quad today. It's work/sport merged into one. And best part, 847cc dual overhead cam, twin cylinder engine. So you have plenty of controllable power. Should be a really good ride. I'm pretty excited about the machine. Yamaha always does it right. It was a good day riding today out in Brimstone Recreation Park in Huntsville, Tennessee. If you ever get a chance to come out here, the eastern side of Tennessee, you've got to check this place out. brimstonerecreation.com. Great trails and an awesome vehicle to go test them out on. You would think a machine like this wouldn't perform as well as it does. Looks like it could be everyday work type thing, but man, I think I could keep up with a YXZ with this machine. It just handles the terrain like you wouldn't believe. Suspension is, I never bottomed out, even though the travel is a little bit less than the old Wolverine R spec, just a touch shy. I thought, well, the shocks might not be as good. The shocks are better. The shocks handle the terrain fantastic. All right, let me give you a little tour of the machine. First off, full doors, so you're not getting muddy legs out in the mud and everything. You've got full working doors with the handle inside the door. You don't have to reach outside the door and get your handful of mud. The handle's on the inside. Getting into the machine, you've got full tilt wheel, and that's standard on all models. And the wheel feels right. It's not a cheap plasticky giving situation. The steering wheel has places for your thumbs. You want to always ride with your thumbs up, and this provides a great platform for reminding you not to tuck your thumbs in. It's a great steering wheel. Did a good job there. The full diff lock on the Wolverine X2, and that's on your left. Next, we'll check out the display unit. I've just turned the key on. You can see it goes through this boot up mode, and you've got a lot of stuff going on here that you can glance and see. Big font for your miles per hour, big spot here on the right for gas. You can see it, and you're not squinting trying to figure out what's going on. So while you're riding, you see these things pop out, and you can really tell what's going on. You can program the unit too to remind you for maintenance and stuff. So you're trying to change the oil or whatever, a little wrench will come up and tell you it's time to change the oil. Other features, the shift gate is probably one of the best I've ever used. It feels like a solid piece of equipment, and it's the gated shifter, but the shifter is very well done. It doesn't feel plastic. You don't have gears grinding. The shifter is fantastic. Yamaha is launching their new Adventure Pro GPS system along with the X2. We used it a little bit out here at Brimstone. It's very impressive. You can share trails, record laps like Strava. It's fully customizable. There's already over 100,000 OHV trails in it. And also all the future trails are going to be available for download for free. It also connects to the vehicle's ECU. The tablet runs on Android. It's removable and you can use it in your car or truck. Best part, it's only $750, and that includes a quick release mount and this USB outlet. Plus you can download future trails for free. $750 is half the price of Polaris's Ride Command GPS unit, which you can't remove from the vehicle. I didn't spend a lot of time with the Adventure Pro, but from what I can tell, it's very well done. If Yamaha will send me a unit, I'll do a full-on review. In the meantime, just Google search Yamaha Adventure Pro to get more details. The best part of the X2, probably a big reason why you're buying it, is the simple, I mean simple, to retract bed. Hydraulic, you can easily retract it from either side, and also kind of cool with this bed situation is you can get the stuff. So washing the machine is way easier than a machine that doesn't have this type of thing. And going back to the back of the machine, they've done a really good job. You don't have a bunch of stuff to do on each side. It's just like your pickup truck. There's your tailgate, and your latch points on the bed to strap something down is secured into the frame of the bed, so it's not bolted into the plastic or anything, so you can really ratchet down to your load back here. Moving to the tail lights, full braking LED lights and full backup lights. Check this out. When in reverse, you've got LED backup lights. And what I discovered is really cool. Check this out. I've got the key on halfway. I've just put the gated shifter into reverse. So you come back here, my backup lights are on, which is fantastic. Look how bright they are. So not only do you have backup lights, but you have a working light that you don't have to go out and buy. It comes stock on the machine. Say I'm fixing a gate on a fence or something, I can position my machine over here and actually see. What's more, your light is down where you might need it down here. As for the tires, this shares the same tires as the Yamaha X4. Tire pressure is supposed to be a little less in this. So I think you're at 14 pounds pressure versus 16 pounds pressure in the X4. But same tire, same great tire. It's a 6-ply Maxxis. I think it's a 4-ply in the front. We were out here just ripping through rocks. You'd think we'd tear up some tires. Nobody has flat. There hasn't been any issues. So pretty darn good tires just the way they come stock. But if you're going to upgrade tires, I would go with a 14-inch wheel with a 27-inch tire. And that's the ultimate tire for this machine, I believe. This is just a little too small for my opinion. So if you're going to do something to your machine, that's the thing you want to do. 14-inch wheel, 27-inch tire. Also, while I'm down here, Yamaha has a rear and front stabilizer bar. Really holds the machine down pretty well. You could take those off if you're a rock climber, easily take it off if needed. But it's there because the X2 is just a little bit narrower than the R-Spec was. I don't believe the front had a sway bar on the R-Spec, but this one has front and rear sway bars. It's a very confident ride. You don't feel any tippy sensation or anything like that. So I think the stabilizers and the suspension and the whole platform work together pretty well. Hood pops off real easy, and look at this. When you get to this stuff, it's pretty cool. I'm doing the camera and the hood at the same time. Look what I was able to do. Got it off. And air filters up here. You'd think it would be horribly dusty being up here, but it's up high, and they've figured out a way to channel dust away from it. I don't know how they did it. I thought the kind of dust, you can see my shirt, how dirty I've got, that this thing would be full of dust. I thought the air filter would be ruined, and it's not that bad. As you see, not too bad. So they big, huge air filter with another unit down below. So you got a secondary one, and then this thing fits. There's only one way for it to go. You can't go wrong. You can't screw up. It fits into its sleeve, and then the lid itself holds it down tight. Well done. I love how simple it is, but how effective it is. Plus under here you've got your battery, you've got your ECU unit, radiator is tucked in, shares the same as the X4, and large capacity radiator, and tucked back in, protected underneath frame members. So pretty cool. It's not a sitting duck, and it's in a position where you can get the filth out of it. Also under the hood here is Yamaha's speed management system. You just turn this key here and you can pull the key out, take it with you, and it'll limit the maximum speed of the vehicle to 25 miles per hour. Other things in the front out here, you got your toolkit, you've got all your plug and play stuff. So I'm told that this easily comes off the firewall, I guess we'll call it, and you can get to all kinds of accessory units. I think there's 4 of them back there. So you can plug in your lights, your winch, whatever, and then in the dashboard there's a spot for you to have the switch for it. So it's all ready to go. Fortunately, the accessory guy is right over here, Kevin. Let's talk to him about some of the accessories on the machine. Accessories is a big deal with these Wolverines. I have the right guy for the questions. Kevin, you're behind the accessory division at Yamaha?
That is correct. I'm currently the ATV side-by-side accessory product planner.
And the X4 and the X2 now have a lot of accessories.
They are a shared platform.
I want to go over a couple of them that I thought were really cool. This thing is neat. You guys, you've got drink holders, you've got a box that goes in different spots so that you can fit a spare tire or without a spare tire, so this could go forward or back.
That is correct. Based on your usage and how you want to use the bed, if you don't have a spare tire carrier, you can also position the cargo box in the forward position.
Right.
Utilizing the integrated mounting points already existing in the bed, so there is no drilling and there are no tools required to mount your box or remove your box. So this unit has a soft cab or the back window, which will work in conjunction with the side soft cab windows as well. Manually operated, no tools needed to roll them up and down. It has the polycarbonate windshield, which is hard coated in both the inside and the outside.
Yeah, we were talking about this unit. It's almost it's scratch proof, not completely, but pretty darn close.
So anything can be scratched. So we say it's scratch resistance. This is as close as possible as you can get as glass for scratch resistance.
That's going to be a hot ticket. People are going to want this.
Absolutely. The other key function about our windshield is we use an optical grade polycarbonate. What that means is that when you look through it, there is no distortion, there is no waviness, there is no optical change from the inside of the machine.
Okay.
One bumper is designed to be fully integrated with the machine. There is no modification needed. You do use the original bumper mounting hardware and location.
Okay.
This also has equipped 3,500 pound Warn winch with a mount.
Nice to have.
We also, in this particular unit, we have our accessory wheels. These are functional bead lockers with our motocross tire.
And that's something that's pretty cool what you're doing. You can buy from the dealership a set of tires, wheels, and a clutch package that goes with the bigger tires.
Absolutely.
I don't think any other manufacturer's done that kind of thing. That's cool, because a lot of they'll put bigger tires on, but their clutching is all wrong. They're not getting the right kind of performance out of the machine.
Right. So we want you to have the best experience possible when you're out there. So when you go up in diameter, these are 27-inch tires. You're going up in diameter, it changes the overall gear ratio of the unit. So we have tested a clutch weight system that will bring that unit back to that original feel, so you're not losing any gearing. And the last accessory we have in this machine is the rear grab bar.
Okay.
Once again, this is an integrated item. There is no drilling or modification needed. There's already mounting locations inside the bed frame to accept this part. The other nice feature is that with this rear grab bar, you maintain full functionality of the dump and bed capability of the unit.
Fantastic.
So it doesn't interfere in any way. You can use it with the dump bed open and the tailgate open, and the rear grab bar does not get in the way.
You gotta show me this full cab. I was looking at the quality of the doors, and this is, you're not screwing around. This is really well done. Tell me more about it.
So we decided that there's a lot of cab systems out there in the market, and none of them really meet our quality design. So we took this project just like we did on the X4 and decided our own doors. We use lockable latch on the outside. It is a poly system, so it's the lightweight doors. They are reinforced with steel tubing and plating in the inside to maintain the rigidity.
Okay.
It has, you can lock the windows, and they're also full sliders. You have a locking mechanism also on the inside as well.
Excellent.
The whole rollover protection system of the vehicle is already designed to accept all the mounting pieces for the cab system.
Okay.
So when you install this full system, there are absolutely no drilling holes that must be done. Everything's already done for you.
And you've got the seal on the door. It's almost like a car the whole way.
Correct.
So you're keeping the dust out with that, and the wind and the noise.
So to keep the best environment inside, especially in colder climates, we use an automotive style bulb seal. What it does, it creates a very high compression at the seal joint.
Okay.
So it helps keep any wind, cold, water out of the cab. Because this is to be used in all climates, you want to keep it nice and tight, and we also have a cab heater system available as well.
Well done.
For the nice cold winter days.
Well done. When I got in and shut the door, it felt like I was a car door. It just makes that nice, it's hard to explain, but you know what I mean? It just
very
feels,
secure.
And it seals
There's no rattling, no movement
very
on the
well
doors.
done. The mirrors bolt in? Yep, they do.
Correct. So the window frame has an integrated position for the mirrors.
Okay.
So there's, once again, no drilling necessary, and the mirrors collapse completely to help you prevent any damage as much as possible. So these cabs are available as a complete kit, which includes both doors, the windshield, and the rear window. In the base unit, the only thing you will have to do is buy the roof with this on top. All the other units come with it, so there's no need for us on top.
Right.
But they're also available individually.
Okay.
So if you want to just have just a glass windshield with a wiper integrated, you can just order that, or the doors, or the glass back window. The rear window is also sort of truck style. You have a slider, functioning rear window, or slider in the rear.
Right. We've only covered a few of the accessories. How many you got for the
Correct.
Wolverine?
So
there's a lot of them, I know.
With carry-ups in new developed accessories for this unit, we have 32.
I thought so. 32. We just
So-
went over 8.
I know that the
Fantastic.
Wolverine R spec is very well received in the market, so this is the next evolution. You know, with the new motor and chassis, I think it's really going to be a hit up there.
Cool. Well, I can tell they've got a good guy on their accessory team. Thank you for giving us the tour.
Absolutely.
Back to riding. Can't get enough of this machine.
Thank you for your time.
Right on.
Well, what we're really trying to accomplish is, again, giving the customer, the person who's interested in the X2, comfort, capability, and confidence. So there's a lot of things that do that on this vehicle. Maybe starting with the riding position and your visibility, you know, the overall styling of the vehicle. It's not just to how it looks, it really has a function to it as well. So we're really focused on being able to see over the front dash, over the front hood area, the front fender. You can see we've integrated these really durable over fenders in the front fender as well. You can see this, how much mud here from the muddy conditions we had today. This really prevents a lot of mud flinging up. You can see how clean the door is, and not a lot's going to get on the driver and passenger.
Full doors, I like that, but the doors cut down so your visibility is to see this way too.
Exactly. You know, we drove in a lot of steep technical terrain today, so you really want to be able to see.
I can sight my rock that I'm trying to put that tire on.
Exactly.
The way he's done it, it's good.
And you have an excellent, you know, with the ROPS position here, it's right in line with the tire, so you really have a good idea where that tire is in that technical terrain.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's true.
We also really focus on where you put your feet, because you can really relax your upper body. If you can have a nice high traction, comfortable foot angle to plant your feet, then you can relax your whole upper body. You know, this customer's really, they're driving all day, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours all day.
Right.
So you really want to be able to relax your upper body so you're not getting fatigued.
Yeah. Speaking of those footwells, nobody had wet feet today. We were submerged in some water there. Pretty good. There's no leaks. You've done a good job. While we're talking leaks, there's also no rattles and weird noises. Tell us more about how that came about.
I mean, that's a really high quality part. It's the whole vehicle, the engine itself. There's a lot that we've done with the engine to make it as quiet as possible and as smooth as possible. So reducing vibration, that's going to eliminate noise as well, because things aren't moving at that resonance or at that frequency. So having the engine mounts themselves are really focused on, again, reducing vibration at all the touch points, but it also reduces noise. So those parts that could move aren't going to vibrate and make noise in that way either. The intake is very quiet. The muffler, we feel like, has a really good tone, but it also, you know, gives you a powerful feeling, but also being quiet as well. Again, the intake itself, the airbox, you know, it's very big. To achieve that kind of power and torque that we're getting out of this engine, it's very large, but there's a lot of stiffening ribs put in it, again, to reduce the amount of intake noise, the resonance that you get from the intake itself, the plenum, the helical gears in the drivetrain are very quiet as well. And then, of course, the muffler and the
and there's
exhaust itself.
insulation.
Absolutely. All the center console is insulated, and then we've got a closeout panel here behind the seats, which prevents a lot of engine noise coming up into the cab area as well.
That's all. I'm glad we're talking about, because that's stuff no one ever reads about or sees in the dealership. All those little things, they all add up, like you're saying. You could tell it was a big difference.
We spent a lot of time on this suspension. It is the same type of shock that's on the R-Spec, and a lot of R-Spec customers really love their shocks. They're KYB piggyback shocks. They're high and low speed compression damping adjustable. They're rebound adjustable. They've got a threaded preload adjuster, and people really like those on their R-Spec. So we wanted to, again, bring that to the X2. We did reduce our travel a little bit compared to that, because we wanted to achieve that below 60-inch width. The R-Spec is a little bit outside of that. So by reducing the width a little bit to achieve that 60-inch number or below 60-inch number, we did lose a little bit of travel, but we really focused on the setting. We felt like we came up with a really good low-speed comfort setting. But then again, I think as you noticed today, it performs at high speeds as well. As aggressive as you were driving. And you know,
remember, I pulled over and said, "Did you bottom?" Because I couldn't believe I wasn't bottom, because we were going pretty good, and you didn't, and neither did I. So,
absolutely.
Well
So,
done
I'm
on
glad you noticed that.
suspension too, yeah. I'm a fan of this machine, big time. Okay, well, I'm gonna talk a little bit to Travis next, and he's gonna tell us how this vehicle came about. Product planning guy, but thanks for talking to us, Pat.
Great, thanks,
Always
Sean.
a great time riding with you. Give me some.
All right.
Oh, it was a blast today at Brimstone.
All right.
Remember this?
I
Remember
do.
this scene?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was the R spec.
It was Wolverine R spec. Yep.
Is this appropriate?
At Brimstone. So
Yeah.
same location.
It's appropriate
Yeah.
because this vehicle replaced the R spec, correct?
Yeah, that's true. We've got the new Wolverine X2. It's an 850 now, twin cylinder. A lot more quiet, more horsepower, a lot of upgraded features.
You guys did your homework, because looking at the machine, it's just look at it up there. It doesn't look like it should perform, and it looks like, okay, well, it does though. You did your homework.
Yeah, well, I think it looks like it performs too. I think it looks good too.
It doesn't look like a performer. It looks like it's a work vehicle or something, but which it is.
It gets the job. It's very versatile. Gets the job done.
You got a
for
hot
sure.
seller right here. I
Yeah.
think people are going to dig the bed.
We talked to a lot of people. We heard a lot of things, like comfort and noise and being quiet and, having plush suspension. And obviously the dumping cargo bed was a big thing, and having an adjustable steering wheel and seat. Those are all things that, just improve the overall comfort and the overall experience for everybody. So
in this video, I've already talked to Pat. I've talked to Kevin on the accessories.
Yeah.
I got the guy that is the product planning person.
Yep.
Of all the you got to be the busiest product planning person, because Yamaha,
We're pretty busy.
this year alone, there's been, and I'm told there's not more stuff coming. Yamaha is on it still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're definitely busy. There's no doubt we're busy. My wife will definitely tell you I'm busy. But yeah, no. It's great. It's great going out to talk to people and hearing from them. And there's a lot of passionate people out there that own Wolverines today, and they love them. And I think this will be the next step for them. And to be honest, there's a lot of Rhino guys out there still that they're looking for the next machine, and I think this is a great fit for them as well.
That's how a lot of this is done. Planning your product is about focus groups and talking to people. And,
it's about getting out there and really talking to customers and understanding what their needs are and how they use the vehicle, and relaying that to the engineers in the factory, and patent testing, and
right.
They kind of are the ones that pull it all together and understand it and make the machine what it is at the end of the day.
Right. I was talking to Scott earlier. We got to sum it up. It's going to be too long of a video. But of all the machines that you need to go out and ride for yourself, it's probably this one, and I would say maybe the Kodiak 450, because it's so underrated. It just looks like some ordinary little quad, but man, it's mighty for the price point and everything. And here we are with this machine. If I could leave this video with one thing, you got to go test it.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
It'll blow your mind how it's so much better than you would originally think. How can they go test it?
We have a whole demo program where you can go on our website at yamahamotorsports.com. There's a whole list of demo activities, so you can go demo ride one. A lot of dealerships actually have demo courses at their dealerships, so you can go check them out there. And it really doesn't take much. I mean, a quick ride around the trail, and you'll be hooked, and you'll be sold. Just quiet and comfort, and all the features.
Thank you.
Yes.
This was another success at Brimstone. This was fun.
All right.
I would compare the machine with the Kawasaki Terra-X, probably #1, but this does everything better than the Kawasaki does. Every single thing. I can't find something on the Kawasaki that is better than this unit. If I were to buy a unit, my own money, it's this one. I would tempt it probably with the YXZ or a high performance machine, but at the end of the day, you only get that one value. This gets you a lot of birds with one stone.